doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry, I got a hairball or something. Alabama's going to be playing at Texas this weekend, and all of a sudden there's such a fuss over it. Looks good on paper, but you can wipe your butt on paper. If you're brand new here, hit the subscribe button. What you doing? It don't cost you anything. Are you lazy enough? You're like, I don't have an account. Create one. Why sit there on the toilet instead of scrolling through and looking at other people's lives, wishing you were them? Enrich yours. Create a profile. Subscribe to this channel. See a bunch of people getting in here. Alabama is at Texas Longhorns this weekend. And I love how everybody's trying to blow this game up. Everybody's trying to blow this game up. They're losing their mind. Oh, this is good stuff. Let me tell you this. You want to know how much this game really means? Go to the Vegas lines. And this is Thursday before the game. All right? I went and I looked at the Vegas line on ESPN right before I got there. You know what it is? And you're going to be shocked as much as everybody's talking about Bama and Texas. This little number outranks all the articles written about this Whittington and Worthy and, of course, Ewers. Nobody's saying ain't got blonde hair anymore. And Sarkisian, and how many coaches are with him that was with Alabama, and how that could prove to be a problem, and how Bama didn't look like this, and they lost Mechie and Williamson, and all this bunch of stuff. The Vegas line, Alabama is a 20-point favorite, and the game is in Austin. I'm going to pause right here. The Brown Tiger said, hey, I super chatted you on your last moment on your last video. First of all, thank you so much. For those who's watching right now, I literally stopped the video and then did this one. Talked about Bama and Texas. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That means so much to me. And also, you know, it means a lot to me that you keep showing up too. So may there to you and thank you for it. You know, I always like to take that beer money and drink beer with it. Ice cold beer. The type that makes the little bubbles dance on your tongue like a joyous little parade. You know, that's what I do. Thank you so much. May there to you. Thank you for it. Also, let everybody know if you want to support the channel, I'll be putting a link below here to where you can actually go and check out an actual subscription you can do. Now, I'm building that. It's brand new, so if you get in there, there's one song you can download of mine right now, but I'm going to be building it. Hey, don't be fickle. Don't be upset with me. Yeah, I'm doing what I can. I still got to raise my youngins. I still got to take my shirt off and make my wife remember why she married me. I can't be building, you know, videos all the time, but I will slowly, sure. See, Notre Dame 2164 is in here, a bunch of other people. Thank you so much for joining me, Parker Henderson, one of Henderson's sisters. If we want to dive into this thing and understand something, what we need to understand is that this game historically would be amazing. Texas actually leads the series. Like 4-1. But that one loss, when was it? It was in the national championship against Texas, obviously. Mac Brown was there. Colt McCoy got hurt and they had to put in a backup. Somebody said the audio has a hiss in it. I'm sorry about that. I got a computer behind here running. So and then my air conditioning vents up there. I try to get here to where I can get that kind of law and order look. You know, half of my face is kind of lit up, the other part kind of dark, like an interrogator. Where were you last night? Why were you looking in my wife's window? Joke's on you, that's my grandma. You know, stuff like that. Slim Shady Kings is in here. He's driving across the land, making delivery. Diesel's expensive these days, ain't it? Well, Every article in the world can try to explain why Texas is going to somehow win, but when you are a 20-point underdog at home, second season, with your coach, and you got all these different players on your team, you can write all the articles in the world. And let me tell you what, it doesn't change that Vegas believes that Alabama is a 20-point favorite. Why would that be? Well, every time we thought that Texas was, you remember this? Remember when Texas beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl? That's, a lot of Georgia players didn't want to play there. They didn't want to play that game. They felt like they could be doing something much better, like assaulting women or something, which they normally do. To each their own. And Sam Ehlinger possibly did one of the most cringe-worthy, and I don't like to use that because it kind of sounds weird. But Sam Ehlinger did one of the most, make your skin crawl, post-game interviews. You remember they gave him the mic? He goes, "We're black." It sounded like some cheesy, weird 1970s game show. "And we're black." Tell me, Don, what you got behind that screen over there? I'm glad you asked, Sam. Right behind the curtain, is more disappointment and letdown. That's what he hates. Oh, man, this makes me... Hey, you ever get a thing called secondhand embarrassment? Where you get embarrassed for somebody else? Yeah, that's how I felt. Secondhand embarrassment, like at a big old level. Imagine a big fat woman falling into a pool and the splash that it would make. Bigger than that. Texas has laid a golden turd over and over and over and over. I don't care what coach you put in there. You remember Charlie Strong coaching there? They beat Notre Dame first game of the year. They stormed the field. At the beginning of the game, he couldn't even talk good. He said, "We haven't done anything yet. You got to move forward." They fired him that year. Old Charles was right. They hadn't done anything. Then brought in Tom Herman. Tom Herman, the worst liar in the world. Coming out of the tunnel, he's there at Houston. That woman catches him outside the facility. Puts that microphone in his face. She goes, "Coach Herman, is it true that after today you will be joining the LSU football team as their head coach?" Now, old Tommy Boy told the truth, but he told a lie at the same time. Now, women like to call this a lie of omission, which is definitely a female made that up. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, and you females out there, you get mad about me saying being sexist and all this bunch of stuff. No, I'm not. It is true. It is true. Women made that up. A lie of omission. Doesn't that sound like something you get caught up in? Want to catch your husband and your boyfriend? Oh, that was a lie of omission. Why? I mean, look, anyway. But he did it. Put that microphone in his face. What did old Tommy Boy say? First of all, his neck got tensed up like he had a bad car wreck or the mumps. Anyway. Today, I am focused on this game, and I'm thinking about nothing else. Okay, he becomes the coach of Texas. And that was a big letdown. I thought Tom Herman was going to do a good job. I was wrong. Sarkisian is down there in Texas. And I'm going to tell you right now, I remember when Sarkisian played quarterback at D-Wade. He torched Texas A&M first game of the year. This is mid-late 90s. He torched him for like 526 yards on the ground. I mean, guy could throw. And I don't know if he's a Mormon. I don't know if he went on any missions. I think he could. I don't know. I'll leave that alone. And then he went on to be the coach at Southern Cal. All right? I know he was a coach at Washington, but who cares? He went on to Southern Cal. And he was at Southern Cal, and some things he had to deal with. My favorite moment with him is when he called Pat Hayden, the athletic director there. I don't know if he's still there, probably not. Athletic director there at Southern Cal, down to the field. I'd never seen anything like it. And then after that, you know, Sark wasn't with him anymore. I have no problem with Sarkisian. I really, really don't. But I'm just telling you, I think the 20-point lead is not only he's playing against. Anytime you play against Nick Saban, you got a problem. You got to think this past year was the first time that any former coach beat him. And everybody's like clapping, like they're overly medicated. Oh yeah, we finally beat him. They finally beat him. 2 of them did it this year. How many years did it take for you to have to beat that man? And I'm just telling you, this is the truth, folks. This is the truth. That man is hard to beat. That's what Clemson done to him is a big deal. That's a big deal. I'm gonna pause real quick. Sue Kavanaugh just joined in here. Big Buckeye fan. Sue, even though we don't like the Buckeyes, we appreciate you being here. She says she lives in Austin. She's a big supporter. One of the first Bobby Dirkens supporters early on. She says, I live in Austin and my cousin is paying $250 just to park at the game this Saturday. UT Alabama game. Wow. Lord, that $10 you just gave me, I'm going to shell out to her. Or I say her, it might be him, I don't know. But thank you so much for buying me $10 worth of crispy live beer. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Also remind everybody you can also go to my subscription channel and check it out and support me there. I'm only charging $1,000 per month. It's very reasonable. No, it's actually quite cheap. But thank you so much, Sue. Got Huffer Billy Paul in here to you. Good to see you. Paul Warren, see talking about the Tennessee game. I'm pulling for Tennessee. I don't like Pitt. SEC Dog said, I just subscribed to your other channel. Now I control you on 2 channels. It's the gift that keeps on getting. Mickey Brady from Pearson, Georgia, may there in here. Brown Tiger. Michael Sachs Jr. may there to you. Loggerhead TV may there to you. Notre Dame 2164. Parker Henderson, as I've already said. Where's your sister at? I know what he's doing. Tiger Man may there to you. Yes, this is not Bobby Dirkens' channel. I tried to be nice about it. Some people talked to me, but I'm just going to tell you right now, I ain't being so spiritual about it. That guy is a fake, a phony, and he is terrible. I am the best. I am the fountain of truth. I am the one who gives all this greatness to you. And this guy comes along and names his channel not Bobby Dirkens. I mean, how many extra chromosomes does he have? He's over here spewing out a bunch of bull crap about Clemson football and stuff. That man don't even have I mean, I have more in a wasted fingernail than that little preppy hair trying to speak. Well, have you seen his mic? Looks like he's got an old person with a really dark hair sitting in front of him. Or like he's eating an ugly ice cream. He's stupid, he's dumb, and I don't like him. What a doo-doo. Going back to the Texas game. Alabama's going to come in and do what they do. Now, I don't think that they're going to win by 20 points. I think it's going to be more like a 10-point win, maybe 14-point win. Maybe Austin will do a little better. But I'm just telling you right now, if they definitely beat Texas by 20, I don't know what you can say. You can line up, and anybody who's joining here and you don't know me, I ain't going in full game analysis. I ain't going to pull up projector string behind me and start pointing at. Now, if you'll notice how the left guard pulls here and initiates the block. Tiger Man, I got when you're talking about static, I got my vent up here. Keeps me nice and cool. And then I got, so it's probably like a sound. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, folks, listen, I'm going to go on. I call Alabama win this ball game 34-20, somewhere in that range. But, you know, let's look at it this way. At least LSU lost, so if they would have won the other night, even if they would have won even by 1 point, can you imagine how they would be a national championship contender? And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, if Texas loses by 7 or less points, don't y'all be shocked when they all of a sudden become the talk of the town. Because the major talking heads are they need somebody to talk about other than Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Clemson. They don't like to talk about Clemson. I'm just telling you the truth. You know that, I know that. They don't like to talk about them. It's going to be interesting. Well, listen to me. I'm going to let y'all go. Whatever you do, don't check out that channel, Not Bobby Dirkens. What an idiot. I heard his mama ate Dookie. I'll leave it at that. Walked in, she's sitting in the toilet. She lost her mind, chewing on crap. That guy, you gotta watch him. Someone he would rip. I think I might have a lawsuit. I might have a lawsuit on my hands. I might need to take this joker. I tell you this, I might bring my attorneys to meet this joker. What's the name of my attorneys? Right hook and left hook. That's all you need. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. Lord knows I'll keep showing up.